Hi, my name is Jemani from Brooklyn, New York. Barebone.java.com GWT tutorial series. This tutorial covers extracting and moving the downloads to the Sandbox binary directory. Essentially, all our download software will be placed to this directory, the GWT Sandbox /bin directory. Now that we have all our software, we have to extract them all. Some of them. So first of all, let's begin with the GWT SDK. Unzip the SDK, extract it to using. In my case, I'm using WinRAR, which is my zip my archiving software. Or else you can use WinZip or whatever zip software that you have. I have WinRAR on my machine, so that's what I'm using. Open with WinRAR. So while we do that, while that's going on, it takes a little bit. We unzip all the contents of the GWT, the GWT SDK. Next, we can also extract the Google's plugin. No, actually, we don't do the Google plugin. That's one of the ones we don't. What we do is just copy the Google plugin, which is the COM Google GW Eclipse Suite 4.3. It doesn't say anything like plugin. You just know it's the plugin when you look at the file. That's the plugin. So we copy that over to the bin directory. Next download is the app engine that we extract as a zip file. Extract that. Well, that's going on. We move on to the next one. We also extract Eclipse standard version. Extract that one. Same thing again. While that's going on, we can move on to the next one. And any one of them finish. As soon as one finish, we'll go on to copying them. So the whole process, once all these files are extracted, we're going to copy them over to the bin. The GWT is almost finished. So I need to show you one more thing you have to be careful with once it's one of them finished. Let's see. You have to GWT. What's left? GWT is still going. So the only one that's left is they all finished. Okay, good. So if you go, what you have to be careful. Let's take them one at a time. If you go to the GWT SDK, it gets embedded in. You have the root directory of GW 2.61. There's also another directory underneath with this the top level directory with the same name. So GWT, for example, that 261 has a subdirectory with the same name. That's the directory you need to cut. You can cut it or copy it over to the bin directory. And that's what I want you to learn too, because if you just copy you can, but it's not neat. Just copy the embedded directory. If you go to the app engine, it's the same issue. It has another directory underneath it. The one that gets extracted, but you have to go to copy the one that's underneath it, copy it over to bin. Next is the workspace, the download. Thank you. Next is Eclipse. Finally, Eclipse again is another directory underneath the Eclipse standard Kepler file that gets extracted. You drill down into it, copy the Eclipse directory to the bin directory. So what all these files are copying, we have Eclipse, we have all the software installed eventually. So that's pretty much for this tutorial. In some future tutorial, I'm gonna cover the same installation for Linux Mac installations. But for now, I'm just gonna stick with Windows, and it pretty much works the same way, except it's the Linux or Mac operating system that we're gonna be using. So the next lesson is gonna be start Eclipse and configure the Eclipse workspace.